Welcome to FX Street, Currency in Play. It gives me great pleasure as always to introduce Mr. Eddie Tofpik, Head of FX at ADMISI. That's a mouthful first thing in the morning. Morning to you, Eddie. Right, let's go into some nitty gritty. Let's see if we can help people make some money. Let's kick off with this slide. What's this telling us?
Well, I've been going on and on about this Andrew's pitchfork, which you can see those channel lines, which has been there since April. It's been going up in this nice little pattern has been going there. And I said, you just follow it through until eventually it stops. And look, it has stopped. And it's stopped with a head and shoulders top, which is the normal pattern. Yeah, the normal pattern. Yep. Yeah, where you have one high, then a higher high, then a next high, and then it's tipped over. And it also had a key reversal, which is a higher high, lower low, and below two previous closes. And then it broke through that lower channel, the lower tine there, and we are two closes below it. So it's now heading south. The areas of support are initially, I'd say, about 116.05 to 116.15 area, which is the immediate 50% Fibonacci and another Fibonacci level as well. But we could be looking to this wide band that you can see on the chart there, which is around just underneath the symbol X3, which is an old target level. And that's between 115.10 down to 114.66, and that would be reasonable. Now, at the moment, the market is still bullish because apart from the short moving average, all of them are still pointing up. But if we get down below that 116.05 area, then we're below the medium moving average and the market's then gone into neutral. At the moment, it's bullish. It's a retracement, could be forming a new one to go higher, but if we get below that 116.05, then that market goes neutral. And then we see if that 114.66 up to the 115 area, if that really is good support.
Well, if you've said a head and shoulders, if you've talked about basically an outside key reversal day and basically broken some key support lines, right? I'm short, aren't I?
That's entirely up to you. I, of course, cannot give you any advice on the matter.
But the technicals are saying it's not a pretty picture.
The technicals are saying this is a pullback. If you're long, there's an opportunity potentially to take some profits. If you're short, you've obviously made some money on the 2 days below that break of the trend line. Yep. But there's no real follow through today. It's been fairly quiet today, actually, because we've got a load of speakers later on and all that sort of stuff. And this has also been coincidental with what's been happening with the dollar and the tax talk in the US. And GDP later today. GDP.
Okay, well, let's move on to Euro Sterling.
That's neutral. I warned again and again and again, 94.12. That was the 21st century high of the market. 94.12. As you get closer to it, there's layered resistance all the way up. And it ran into some which was just around about the 93 level. Since then, it's come down. It had a key reversal down, a bearish doji cross, which is a Japanese technical analysis formation. Another key reversal down. And now we're caught in between two moving averages. We're below the medium moving average, and we're above the long moving average. So we're literally neutral at the moment. We've taken away the 6-month activity as such, but the 1-year activity is still supporting the market. Does it go down? Whether it breaks the 87.22 long moving average on the downside or the 88.90 on the upside, will decide. But it could be in the third state of market, which is going sideways.
Yep. And more often than not, markets move sideways. Okay, let's go on to cable, the Great British Pound. There's an article in the FT this weekend saying that portfolio managers and institutions were saying they don't like trading this currency pair because it's too difficult.
Really?
Yep. Are the charts
No, I mean, it's been fairly easy enough because you've seen it's been in. I've taken the channel line off because it was getting a bit of a messy chart. But it's been within the channel. It went up, down, went up again. It broke on the upside. False break. There's two markets I've put up there. As you can see, it was the 61.8% move of the whole of 2016 was what stopped the market going higher. And also on those particular days, the specific high day, it had a key reversal down, and then 3 days or 4 days later, I think it had another key reversal down. But then you've had literally indecisive dojis. You've had the market's not sure if it really wants to go any further higher, so therefore it's come back down in that time. It's come back down, but it's not really sure if it wants to go up again or go down again. So it's been a general move down. It's still bullish. There's nothing saying it's not bullish at the moment. It's just come back down again.
Okay. Let's go on to Bitcoin. Now, you can't tell me that that's...
a lovely chart.
Is it?
It's a lovely chart. You put that in textbooks.
It's so volatile, right?
You put that sort of stuff into textbooks. The move down, ran into a load of support all the way around about the 30.78 down to 29.70 area, and then bounced up again. It then had indecision whether to go any further lower. 2 days indecisive doji, so open and close at the same level.
Yep.
And then it went a little bit higher, didn't like it quite up there, came back down again. But this is a new high we've just formed. So it's now moving above the previous high. The lows are higher, which is indicative of a market that's moving back up again. Plus, we're over 39.75, which is the 50% move of the whole recent action from early September to the low. So it's actually looking still fairly bullish. And let me tell you this. If you're going to go below the medium moving average, that's around, what, 26.87. That'll just make it neutral if it goes to 26.87.
Okay, I don't understand the fundamentals. We've got some very...
No. We don't do fundamentals.
We've got some very, very senior people on the planet saying that this is a basket case, it's a bubble, it's everything else.
Yeah.
Can you make money trading the technicals on Bitcoin?
You can make money on trading technicals on anything.
So this should be...
Why are you picking on Bitcoin? Anything from it? Is this something you got against Bitcoin? Is it because it's not a currency but is a currency? It's a medium of exchange.
I have no position in Bitcoin. Okay, but what's driving Bitcoin? It's supply and demand.
Well, the most recent action, and this is really within the last few days, is the South Korean government have announced that North Korean hackers tried to hack, I think it's 4 South Korean exchanges. The big move down there was because the Chinese stopped the utilisation and use of mining in China for Bitcoin. And you've got to realise there's one dam, I think, where something like about 80% of the energy created by this dam went off to mining companies for Bitcoin. So they've said, don't do it. That's the big move down. But there is still demand in South Korea, in Japan, which is a big area for Bitcoin, and other parts of the world. And there obviously are the nefarious rings the same way there are for other currencies. But this is a medium of exchange and a store of value. And in times when things are not looking good, that's when this has been moving around.
Eddie, do you just realise I've got you on the fundamentals? That doesn't happen very often.
Which bit?
the overall supply-demand chain.
No, I'm just telling you what the news is. But the technical analysis is showing that still this is moving into new high ground for this move. We've got a new high compared to the one last week, 2 weeks ago. So therefore, it's actually breaching new ground and going higher. What it needs to do, if you want to turn this down, is you've got to go close below 39.75 at least twice. And if you really want to knock it down, you've got to put it close below, well, 3,000 twice.
Okay, I've noted those charts points.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up with today's economic calendar. We've got, well, all eyes on the States as always, weekly jobless claims, GDP, and Fed speeches.
There's a lot of governors speaking today, and I don't think it's just the Fed. There's a load of central bankers. There's actually, you wouldn't be able to fit it all on there, the amount of people, not just these guys, but there's a load of other people speaking. It seems to be they just like to hear their own voice, or maybe it's just a season for actually hearing central bankers. I don't know. Plus you've got GDP. Now, GDP is interesting because, from the economists I know, say the US is a 2% economy and it's moving at 3%. So it's doing quite well at the moment. But how does that translate itself into the actual economy for people?
Eddie, we've run out of time. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.